And what is going on, everyone? This is MelskiSharks Gaming, aka Mark4738 on PlayStation 4, bringing you the first time on Google Hangouts on air with LaurenR1993 Gaming and Baz, who will be with us momentarily. This is kind of like a little test run to see like how things go with the whole mic thing with the Google Hangouts and everything.
Honestly,
So,
the mic on your end is pretty good, but the mic on Sebastian's end is pretty shitty.
well, right now he's got it muted.
Well,
So,
Well, yeah.
you do realize I'm using my 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 speaker to my phone right now because I'm not downstairs to get my headset. So
That's why.
So anyway, if everything works out according to plan, it looks like this is working so far. We may start doing talk shows with this. So I feel like that'd be
Well,
something to do.
well, if we're gonna start a talk show, then let me be the first to say this: Alabama sucks, and they're gonna get their ass whipped by Oklahoma tonight. JK,
How much?
JK,
How much?
JK, JK. I swear, JK.
I was gonna say, how much crack are you smoking? Because what are you talking about?
I mean,
Alabama is going to whoop them.
it's not going to be a blowout, but it's going to be at least a 3-point win against with Oklahoma.
That is where you fucked up, Lauren. The SEC is uncomparable against any other conference. That was proven yesterday when Auburn beat the shit out of Purdue.
yes, yes, I saw 63-13, which surprised me a lot.
Yeah, and that just made y'all look even worse.
It kind of did because I had a lot of people on Facebook yesterday. They were like, "Oh, Purdue's gonna beat the shit out of Auburn because they're so crappy," and then all of a sudden Auburn beats the living snot out of fucking Purdue. It's like, what in the hell, dude? That just made us look like we're amateurs.
I told you, Lauren, and everyone has tried telling you Ohio State is not what it's cracked up to be. Y'all don't play a good schedule, and that's killing y'all.
Well, honestly, Mark, we play the people in our conference. The people in our conference aren't good. There's nothing we can do. It's not our fault that we go sometimes 11-1, 12-0 against the teams that we've already played before. I mean, shit.
Well, you could schedule some non-conference opponents against SEC opponents.
exactly.
We have.
I'm telling you right now, and I'm saying this while everybody can hear me because my mic's some crap. Anyway, if Alabama and Ohio State play in the regular season, I swear to God, Ohio State would not win because just like we saw yesterday, even though Ohio State lost to Purdue, Purdue was not a match for Auburn, and you saw that. It's because the SEC teams are dominant. Nobody gives the SEC teams as much credit as what they deserve, and that showed it yesterday.
Right, exactly.
And it's
now. I mean, some teams. I mean, Mississippi State. We're not going to talk about that program.
Wait a minute.
No, Mark, you have to agree. Mississippi State is literally. They're good. I ain't gonna lie, they're good, but they're definitely not as good as Alabama.
Lauren, they're good when they play high school teams.
Oh, you mean like Caledonia?
Yeah, exactly.
Baz, talk to me when Cordova has more wins than Caledonia. Y'all have less wins than us.
Mark, I can care less about Cordova. I'm graduating within like 4 months now coming up. I can care less.
Yeah, true.
I mean, just think. 2 years ago, we almost made the state championship and we blew it.
Yeah. Well.
Hey, you sound like the Browns. You get there, and you get there, and all of a sudden you don't get shit.
Ooh.
Exactly.
So, Lauren, how about the Bengals this week?
Bro, I'm still pissed off that my local news channel is not showing the Bengals game. They are showing the Browns over the fucking Bengals. The funny part is,
I understand.
The funny part is that they were planning to show the Bengals the entire time, and then 2 days before the game, they just announced last night that due to overwhelming viewer support, they're showing the Browns and the Ravens over the Bengals and the Steelers. I'm like, okay, well, I understand the Bengals aren't shit this year, but this has major playoff implications with the Steelers if they lose. I mean, come on now.
Well, that is true. You also gotta understand this, Lauren. The Bengals this year they started off good and then they went to complete shit.
I was telling one guy yesterday at the grocery store because he was looking at my Bengals gloves. He said, "Oh my God, those are some pretty cool Bengals gloves." I'm like, "Thank you." He goes, "So what do you think of the Bengals this year?" I said, "Honestly, I think ever since Hugh Jackson has came to Cincinnati, we went to shit." He goes, "You know, I really didn't even think about that. You might be onto something." I said, "Exactly." I said, "Think about it. He was fired from Cleveland, then went to Cincinnati, and we lost 5 straight games and won one. Does that tell you anything?" He goes, "You might be onto something." I said, "Yeah." And if that fool is hired by Cincinnati next year, I am going to flip my shit.
I remember you and I were talking about that you said you would riot if Cleveland beat Cincinnati. I'm still waiting for that riot.
Trust me, I'm rioting. They swept us. But the one thing that I don't understand is that Baker Mayfield has such hate for Hugh Jackson. I don't quite understand that whole feud.
That's easy actually because Hugh Jackson, as you've seen this year, sucks.
Well, yes.
He got fired by Cleveland. Then he goes over to Cincinnati and is not really helping them out at all. Baz, no offense, but you look way different without glasses.
You kind of do, dude. I kind of wish you didn't have glasses.
Anyway, but yeah, Hugh Jackson sucks. I mean, he made the Cleveland Browns.
That mean anything?
Anyway, yeah, Hugh Jackson sucks. I mean, he made the Cleveland Browns look like shit, and then when he left, the Cleveland Browns are actually good. And then he went over to Cincinnati, tried to help them, and then Cincinnati goes to shit. Coincidence? I think not.
No, he is absolutely shit. And I really hope that if Marvin Lewis does get fired this year, which I hope is very legitimate possible, that Hugh Jackson won't be his replacement, because if he's his replacement, I may jump ship and go back to Cleveland. And people may call me the biggest bandwagon in the world, but I don't give a flying fuck, dude.
Well, kind of changing subject, but staying on NFL. Lauren, we have a matchup against DC Nation later today.
You know, Mark, I think I remember. Hold on. The last time I faced him was in the Super Bowl, and that was in one of your leagues, I believe.
Yes, but that was in a different game.
Well, yeah, it was Madden 18. But what I was going to say was, I believe it was a close game. So if I can do the same things like I have been doing, run the ball, pass the ball, run the ball, pass the ball, and don't do stupid plays, I might come out on top. It won't be a blowout, but it won't be easy either. So I think it'll be at least maybe a 3-point game between him and I.
Baz, what do you think about that?
Sorry, I was like halfway across my room. What did you say?
I was saying, Lauren was saying about how she thinks it's going to be a close game between her and DC later today.
I personally do not think it's going to be a good game or a good close game. No offense to Lauren, but I mean DC's just unstoppable on the game on Madden. So,
well, the last time I faced him was in the Super Bowl of Madden 18, and it was a close game. So I think it's going to be another close game this one. So I really think it's going to be a 3-point game between the two of us.
okay, I mean, I may be wrong. I may prove myself wrong, but I mean that's the way I see it. So that's what I'm
Right.
gonna call it.
Right, I got you. I got you.
Right. Honestly, personally, Lauren, if memory serves me correctly, the only opponent you have ever beaten on Madden 19 was Keys.
Well, I mean, hell, Mark, who the fuck can't beat Cheese?
That is true.
I can't say I like the guy because I really don't. Ever since that whole GTA mess on Christmas Day or whatever the fuck day it was,
Yeah.
it was bad. But anyways, ever since he talks all this mad shit on Madden, saying I'm gonna beat Lauren and Lauren's this, Lauren's that, and then I get on Madden and I'm literally trying my hardest, and he's acting like he's trying his hardest, even though he sucks ass. He tried with his Green Bay Packers, and he was complete trash. Then he tried with Jared Goff and the Rams the first time, and he beat me. I think it was because out of frustration by me. Or no, he was beating me 20-0, and I accidentally conceded the game. I think I would have came back in that game personally, but whatever. And then that last game, I completely dominated because he's ass.
I'm still waiting for Sebastian to join that league because I think the Packers are still open if you want them, Bats.
I caught telling the conversation just in time. I don't know how cold is it outside before I go up there. That's what I don't know.
Let me
40
see.
degrees. 40 degrees.
But yeah, Baz, I think the Packers are still open in the Madden League if you want in.
Only problem is I believe Aaron Rodgers is gone because I believe somebody traded him.
I could care less. I'm probably not going to join anyway. To be honest,
Dude, you really need to get a microphone. Just saying.
Yeah. I'm about to put on my earbuds when I get in the car. So give me a few moments.
I got a feeling he is fixing to try to do this while driving.
Yeah, that's not the smartest idea. And
Trust me, I'm a good driver.
Well, it's not that you're not a good driver. It's the fact that a lot of teenagers do this kind of shit, and that's how they get killed.
Exactly.
Trust me, I know what I'm doing. I've done this before. I've FaceTimed. I have FaceTimed.
Famous last words, and then all of a sudden, runs red light. Wham!
I know what I'm doing. Trust me, I keep my eyes on the road more than anything else. Trust me, I text and drive. Thank you very much.
Oh well, thanks for admitting that right on YouTube.
No, not. I mean, I use Siri a lot. I use the Siri talk to text thing a lot. So I mean.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you've now heard it on YouTube. Sebastian Black has been texting and driving and not obeying the law.
It's technically not texting and driving if you're using Siri.
Exactly. See, that's the thing. Like, I mean, Lauren's right, but then Baz is also right. And then also, I mean, I can talk and drive at the same time because my car's got Bluetooth. So I can get away with that.
Mine has Bluetooth also.
Wow. I don't. If I was ever to drive, I wouldn't be doing that because I would be distracted because people would be talking in the background.
Yeah, no. You just gotta cancel the noise out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hell, when we were on video chat that night, it was hard to concentrate on us racing.
Not. Alright, time to go to work.
I'm still pissed off at Cheese at what he did. Oh my god, I am so fucking pissed off.
Yeah.
Comes into our lobby, and yeah, I didn't really have a big lead on the championship, but still, he comes into our lobby, starts a bunch of shit, and then wrecks me, just me specifically. Dude, it is daylight where you're at. It's still dark as fuck here.
Yeah. It's probably because Lauren, you realize it's 8 o'clock your time, right?
Yes, and sunrise is at 8:15 here.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Well, all right. I know in about an hour the window will be open for me to get the internet thing in. So I'll be. I mean, not internet, but the
TV.
TV thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that won't take long. That usually takes about an hour to install, or yeah, an hour,
Well,
and a half.
you also gotta remember they also gotta put up the dish too. So that's gonna take a bit.
Oh yeah, they're gonna put the satellite thingy on the roof. That's right.
Yep. Bottom line is, we just want it done before tonight's game because my grandmother's ready to see Alabama versus Oklahoma as of now. So
Well, I can already tell you, Alabama's gonna get their butt kicked by 3 points.
I think Oklahoma will lose by 3 scores. You've heard it here on my YouTube channel. Alabama will lose by 3 scores.
We'll see. We'll see.
Baz, your prediction?
He's saying Alabama's gonna win. You can just tell by the way he looks.
Obviously, because he's an Alabama fan, Lauren. I mean, that's pretty obvious.
Well, dude, every time I try to tell you that I'm an Ohio State fan and that Ohio State's going to win, I get shit from Sebastian and you and Jesse. Pretty much Jesse.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. When Ohio State loses to Purdue, who turns around and gets their butt whooped by Auburn, now you see where we're coming from.
Yeah.
All right, can y'all hear me better?
Yeah,
Yes.
much better.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, your microphone doesn't sound like it's up your dick now.
Shut up, Lauren. All right, anyway. No, I personally, as I'm waiting on my car to warm up here before because I kind of can't see out my window right now. Anyway, I've been preaching this ever since I found out Alabama and Oklahoma is going to be playing each other. It's going to be a great game. It is. It's going to be. Is it going to be a high scoring game? It could be. Could it be a low scoring game? Yeah, it could be. But I personally think Bama's going to win it by at least, if not a field goal, by a touchdown.
Well, according to Odd Sharks, they've got Alabama winning. I think it was 54 to 36 or something like that.
Yeah, 53 to 53.
And by the way, not only am I an Alabama fan today, let me tell you something. The Belt Bowl, baby, South Carolina, they're gonna beat Virginia.
Hey, I actually have a buddy, a family member that's a Virginia fan. But I'm more interested in the Notre Dame and Clemson game. I really want Clemson to win.
Personally, no. Clemson's gonna win that ball game.
Easy.
Well, yeah, I want Clemson to win because my cousin goes to Clemson. So.
But it's not. As I still can barely see my window right now. I'm waiting for my defroster to kick on. Anyway, but no, I personally, Clemson Notre Dame game. I don't think it's going to be that close. I think Clemson's pretty much got in the bag.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Notre Dame hasn't really played very many teams that are that good. So Clemson kind of has. So you got to think it's Clemson.
Well, yeah. Not only that, but they had a pretty close game against Michigan, and they almost lost against Michigan.
Didn't y'all almost lose against Michigan?
No, it was 62-39.
Oh. Okay, see, now that makes no sense. You guys can beat good teams like Michigan, and yet you lose to Purdue, who loses to Auburn. That makes no sense.
Mark, I'll be honest.
Exactly.
I don't even know, dude. I can't really... Honestly, dude, our offense was playing good. Our defense was playing like shit. So...
Your defense has been playing like shit ever since Nick Bosa left Ohio State, and I've been telling you this for the longest. Nick Bosa is the heart and soul of Ohio State.
Dude, speaking of Nick Bosa, our news channel yesterday was catching up with Nick Bosa. He's in California. He is with the coaches, and he's going to be on the sidelines watching the game. Like, really? You show up now?
Well, he must be well enough to watch the game, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know, but that really irritates the piss out of me. Like, really, dude? You fucking left the team, and then now we're in the... Well, not in the playoffs, but we're in a bowl game, and you're fucking here? You know what? I think I know why. It's because this is Urban Meyer's last game.
That is true.
I almost forgot about that.
But here's the thing. With Urban Meyer gone, is y'all's team going to go to shit? Not necessarily shit, but it's not going to be as good.
Mark, I'll be quite honest with you. I'm not looking forward to next season.
Baz has nothing to worry about. Nick Saban's not going anywhere.
we gonna be back in the championship again next year.
I'm sorry. Baz, I'll be quite honest with you. I think Nick Saban's got another 5 to 10 years ahead of him.
Oh God, yeah, he does. I don't know what the heck. All these people hating on Alabama because they're so good over the last couple of years. It's Nick Saban. If you look at it, doesn't matter what it is. Especially the recruiting class. That is it right there. Bama is on top of the recruiting class. That's why we keep getting as many championships as we can. That's why we're always in the playoffs besides that one time.
Right.
I mean, it's clear as day. I mean, you can't make it any simpler right there.
And shout out if Rick Finney is, by the way, watching, but his team got a good recruiting class. I think it was in the top 20, but they better do something because this year they were 2-10, a shit team. So.
By the way, if the call drops here on my end, it's because I'm going through a rough spot here in my area. Has all I had to call it the dead zone. We don't get barely any service on this side for some reason.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I've been with you up there, and it's bad.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Oh yeah, Arkansas 2-10 this year. Next year, what do y'all see out of them?
I expect them to have a better season than they did last year, or this year, I should say.
Are we talking about Arkansas?
Yes.
Yes.
Still won't beat Bama.
No, they're not going to beat
won't beat Bama.
No, they're not going to beat Bama, but I'm pretty sure they're not going to be 2-10. At the most, I think they're going to be maybe 8-4. I think.
I got them going 6-6, and that might even be a stretch, but y'all got to look at it. Rick was so confident that his Arkansas Razorbacks are going to beat us, and yet we beat the shit out of them, 52-6.
Yeah, I saw that, which was pretty funny. What the fuck?
But from the way it looks, though, going back to Rick, after what he pulled, Jesse said he has blocked Rick on everything, so Rick may be out of Jesse's league.
Okay, well, I'm wondering if maybe you should have him in your league, Mark.
Well, that's the thing. Like, that's what I guess we're gonna have to discuss now.
Shout out to SpongeBob SquarePants.
Oh God.
Oh Lord.
Honestly,
I think Baz's service is getting worse.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Yep, it's going bye-bye.
Motherfucking, you might as well not even talk, dude.
Yeah. I'll mute him for now and then see if he can come back.
He's trying.
Hold on a second.
All right.
Okay, I just had him unmuted. How do I unmute someone?
Right there.
Oh, you got it? Okay, cool. Like, how did you do that?
I didn't. You did.
You can mute your own self. You do realize that, Thomas.
Oh, okay.
All right, is my service better?
Yes, much.
So yeah,
but
we are gonna.
Here's one thing I'm gonna say. It's 50-50 on tomorrow. There's a possibility I may not be racing in Jesse's championship tomorrow.
Ooh.
It just depends. I'm gonna try to talk her into it, but my girlfriend's wanting to hang out after she gets off work tomorrow, and I don't know how in the world I'm gonna be back in time to do it. So I'm trying to talk her into possibly hanging out on Monday since she doesn't have to work. So I don't know. It's 50-50 right now. We'll see though.
Well, I mean, you could make up a lie and say that you're sick and that you can't hang out today.
She knows I'm not sick. She knows I'm not sick.
We never know. Tomorrow's tomorrow. You could become sick, or you could lie about it.
But,
you never know.
I mean, it's whatever. I do know one thing. It is Darlington tomorrow night, and it's going to be pretty tricky considering you can barely go too wide there.
Wait a minute. Y'all are racing at fucking Darlington for your championship?
Yep.
Yeah.
Jesse, if you see this, what the fuck you thinking, boy?
He did say next season that he is moving it to Homestead for the championship race, which I'm glad
That would be good.
Because
Homestead's not really any better.
Homestead's my favorite track. Well, one of my favorite tracks in the game. Also, too, coming up, I know Mark's already been told this. I know you've already seen it, Lauren. I will be starting, Mark's League's coming up. I will be using my steering wheel for Mark's League, too. So that's going to be interesting as I transition over to that.
Yeah, you probably should get some practice over that, just saying.
Well, yeah, I mean, I will, but, I'll be using it for iRacing, too, coming up. Whenever I can get the subscription and stuff for it. So, we got some good things coming up.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna take you guys with me. I'm gonna get ready because my dad's picking me up to go shopping. So.
Yeah, I gotta work from 8 to 10 this morning. I gotta work from 4 to midnight tonight.
Not bad.
I'm actually gonna end the talk show here in a minute because I got to get ready myself for the technician whenever he comes. So
yeah, I was gonna say, Mark, when is he coming?
The window is from 8 to 12, and it's 7:13 now. So I think I better start getting ready now, just in case he calls. So,
if y'all are available later at some point, I don't have to be at work till 3:30. So if y'all want to do this again, we can.
Oh yeah.
Because I'll have an open window from 10:30 to about 3:30.
Yeah. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for the talk show here, MelskiSharks Gaming. LaurenR1993, Sebastian Black, aka Bazkitball, MelskiSharks Gaming signing off, and we will see y'all next time.